Hey guys, this is Cursed, bringing you another video. This one will be on sorcery healing. There are two ways to heal with sorcery. The way I'll be showing you today is with a watcher. Hopefully this video will help you become a better healer. So you have two trees, Destiny and Summoning. I will go through each power and explain what it does and how I use it. Under Destiny, as you can see how I place the points. The first one on the list that I use is Rejuvenate. Rejuvenate, as you can see, will heal you and the most injured group member. Along with that, it will also give you a gold aura that will increase your healing crits by 10%. As you can see, the animation is short and the cooldown is really fast. I use this power in two different ways. The first, of course, is to heal a teammate that is almost dead. The second way is to pump this during a fight. Even if nobody needs it, the healing buff is very nice on top of all of your other heals. Now with Rejuvenate, it can be spammed over and over, but like most powers, this will cost you lots of power. One troller cannot keep you powered spamming this. Not even two would. So I try to use this very sparingly, but I still use it when I need it. Next on the tree is Invocation of Renewal. Invocation of Renewal will heal everyone in the group as well as give you the same gold aura as Rejuvenate. Now I'm sure many of you are thinking that this should be your main heal. It's not. This power is hard to use, and as you can see, it has a long channel heal. This power can get your group wiped pretty easy if you don't use it right. All of your big heals that you are needing from it are at the end of the animation. So if your team is at half health or lower and still taking damage, they will be dead before you can get to the big heals at the end of the animation. This power is best ran with another healer. The power is great if you have someone pumping out burst heals. The only way that I have found to run this power solo for it to work out right is to watch the boss and pop it before he hits with his big attack, which is really hard to do with you watching everyone else's health bar and everything else going on in the room. So I try not to use this too much. To me, it's really hard to use, and it's almost a gamble, 50-50 chance whether it works out right. Last on the tree is Circular Protection. Circular Protection will lay down a big circle under whatever you have targeted. Anyone who is in the circle or steps into it for a few seconds will be healed by it over time. Most of the time I see people running it wrong. They throw it down under the edge or the boss, and only the tank will be healed by it. The tank does not need this much heals to stay alive. There is another power I use to heal just the tank, which I'll show you later. As you can see, the circle is pretty big. To use it right, you need to be close to the biggest part of your group. Quickly spin the camera around till you have nothing targeted and drop the circle. Doing this will place the circle under your toon. If your toon is placed right, it will get most of the group in the circle, which is what you're trying to do. This power is meant to heal the group, not just the tank. There is a tell to know who is being healed by the circle. You will get these white sparkle flowing around each toon who is being healed by it. This means you're being healed by the circle. Once the circle is gone, the heals will stop. It is also good to note that once you step into the circle and get the aura, the sparkles, you do not have to stay in the circle to be healed by it. This is a great power to use. If you place it just under the tank, then only the tank and the DPS will be healed from it. The rest of the group gets nothing. So under the summoning tree, the first power is Soulwell. Soulwell will spawn a small totem that will heal all nearby enemies. The area for this to work is very small though, but there are a few different ways you can run this. Placing this on Circular Protection will pump out much faster and greater heals. This is very nice if you're in a room that is small and everyone is fairly close to one another. These also stay around for a while. You can usually have 3 of them running at once, so you can pop one close to the DPS, another one by your troller, then you can also pop one right next to you. That way they're all kind of getting heals. Doing this will give a lot better heal over time to the group, and also with the soul wells spread out over the room, the chances are greater for your circular protection to actually be affected by it. The next power is Boon of Souls. Boon of Souls is a simple 4-person shield. This is a must for alerts. I don't use it too much for raids. To me, I would rather have a power that actually heals you instead of just a shield. But for alerts, this needs to be in every loadout for alerts. Next is Shard of Life. Shard of Life will drop a shard on whatever you have targeted, healing everyone close to it with heals over time. This is what I use to keep the tank and the DPS alive. Now I'm sure you're thinking, how is this going to keep the tank alive along with the DPS? Well, this is a heal over time, and the heals from it are pretty big. As you can see from the animation, the cooldown of this power works very well with brawling weapon mastery. So you can clip weapon mastery with this power just about every time you use weapon mastery. By doing this, you're dropping a lot of heals over time to the tank and the DPS. Next power is the Watcher. The Watcher is a green floating eyeball that will heal people on its own. Now, a lot of people do not like running with the Watcher, and I think the reason for this is because they cannot control who or when they heal. But trust me, the pet is a beast when it comes to healing, plain and simple. Now, you do not see any heals coming off the players when the Watcher is healing them, but trust me, it is healing them. The Watcher is the best thing you can have in your loadout. The only thing you really have to do is keep it powered, which in order to power it, you use another power that's in your tray, which we'll get to later. The last power is Ritualistic Word. This power will heal you and 3 other group members, and will also give a shield to just the Watcher, which is what restores its power. In order for the Watcher to work correctly and to work the best, this power has to stay on cooldown. Even if the group is fully healed and you're not fighting nothing, chances are the Watcher is healing the group and is still using power. Now, one thing with Sorcery is a lot of these powers can be clipped together. Some of these you can even clip up to 3 of them at once. Clipping all these powers together can add a bunch of heals really fast to your group, but you do have to watch it and not spam too much. You'll waste your power bar before you know it. Clipping Shard of Life with Realistic Word will heal everyone around the tank, and will power your Watcher and will heal you and 3 other players. Clipping Shard of Life with Rejuvenate will heal everyone close to the tank and the most injured player, along with giving you a 10% healing crits. Then you can clip all 3 of them. Clipping Shard, Realistic Word, and Rejuvenate in that order will allow you to pump out all 3 of those at once for one animation. So this next part, I'm going to show you me healing Rip in Time Alert. This is just with a regular pug group. There's no troller or tank. It's 3 DPS and me healing. What I wanted to show you with this is power management and how using very little power will still put out lots of heals. Now, with that being said, each fight is different. Different players, different CRs, different skills, different bosses. So what I showed you in the very first part of the video was just laying a base for the powers in some ways that I use them. You will also see sometime after the second boss fight that I unsummoned the Watcher. I was doing this to show a few things. First is just how much Shard of Life actually heals the group. Second is to show you how much better it is to run with the Watcher and to keep him powered.